Hey folks, welcome back to another Pawn Masters video, and today let's go over, some of the new units, and sort of, after like a few days of just looking at them and all that stuff, and just, I don't know, just go over them again, basically, right? And yeah, the usual, right? Blah, blah, blah. Does anyone even read this? I don't even know. All right. Let's get to it then. So yeah, this month a lot of really good units. Really good units. I'd say this month was definitely better than last month. Even though last month had, I'd say, one or two pretty nice things in there, right? But I'd say overall the quality of this month's units are really high, which isn't too much of a surprise because villain arc and all, right? Usually villain arcs mostly have really good units. There's been a few misses though, not all of them have been good, but most of them generally are pretty nice. So anyways, let's get into it then. So probably just start from the bottom here. Just all the new units, by the way, so we're not counting the guys who got extension, all that stuff. But yeah, to start us off, I'd probably put this Laje's role at the bottom here. Like, she's not the worst, right? Actually, I kind of like her kit. It's support that has it's gonna be fun, right? But she does have that downside with the Phantom Force 2-turn, obviously, all that stuff, and her buffs are fine, right? But you will be relying a lot of on that like evasion stuff, and dodging hits, because otherwise, like, her defense is, well, decent. They're not like great, right? But she still got her stuff, right? You could paralyze, you could confuse with her as well, which could be nice against certain gauntlet opponents. But yeah, I'd say it's just overall, the competition's a bit tough this month, right? Anyways, after that, probably Agatha. Agatha just has bit more versatility, right, in terms of the supporting aspect. I mean, like with Agatha, on top of buffing crit, attack, special attack, all that stuff. You also do have Lear, which is always nice to have on a support, right? Even though she is a mixed buffer, but whatever, right? She also does have the combination of status and affliction there as well, so she's got that, and she's a bit more reliable defensively. So yeah, you do have that as well, and got some nice heal. Well, I wouldn't say they're that great, but some heals, right? So yeah, I just feel like she's overall a bit more reliable of a support, but she also does have some downsides. I mean, like, her offensive buffs, even though she buffs a lot of different things, right? She buffs them all, but it's not to like a great extent, right? It's not to a great extent. The only thing she could reliably max out is like crit, which is good, right? Which is why she's not like bad or whatever. But like the physical attack, special attack, like, realistically, you're mostly just getting like +3, unless you get a NPR, which is an NPR 2 on a base 1 move, right? But yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. You also have well, it's not that she doesn't have heals. She has a lot of heals. It's that, like, there's not like any of them that are super like big, right? So yeah. Next up, bit predictable, but it is Lance. But Lance, like, is low-key really nice, man. Like, look at this unit. Like offensively, actually on par with like OG Lance, which is, we well know how good offensively OG Lance is in terms of damage. But like, damn, Dragonair could really hit like that. That was a surprise. I did not see that one coming. I knew it was gonna be good, but like that good, wow. And also fantastic nuke there as well, right? That's a pretty good nuke, right? It's still like under like 7 million, which I know, like, wow, oh wow, it's not 7 million, but I like the sort of like artificial it's just sort of like bands that I have set. I'd say like 7 million is like one benchmark, but it's still, regardless, it's still obviously a amazing nuke there as well. and it's virtually unstoppable, as the sync move might suggest. But yeah, he does really good damage, and also obviously having Dragon rebuff, right, probably contributes to that quite a bit as well, right? It doesn't have like too many like tech stuff. It's like Thunder Wave, and then a lot of the other stuff is just more like support-ish stuff, right? You know, team crit buffs. I think there's like team speed buffs too, right? But it's good. It's a good unit, man. It's a legitimately really nice unit. Even though it's a variety scout, which is kind of cringe, but you know, that aside, it's good. It's solid. It's really nice. But yeah, outside of that, let's kind of like the big ones over here, the big kahunas, even though they're not, you know, really. I mean, well, not all of them, but anyways, let's yeah, these. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad if any like people just put them in like any sort of order, right? Like I'm personally a lot higher on Hau, right? But like they're all really good. They're all really good. So if we had to go with something, I'd probably maybe Mina of the four, right? And I don't really even have that much like there's not like too much bad I can really say about this unit. They're all good units, right? They're all good units. Like, you know, she's nice too. You got again, Rain Dance, Rain and Fairy Zone debut and extension. Obviously, you have the Fairy Kingdom there, right? You know, Fairy Zone on sync with that extension. Which again, all these units have that sort of thing, right? So it's not something that makes her really stand out from the rest of the bunch, but like, yeah, again, she's good. She's good. She just, I just kind of feel, she's a bit more one-dimensional than the others, maybe, right? You can maybe argue that, I guess. She's gonna be amazing tank in Gauntlet. Is she gonna be that great in Master Mode? She's not going to be bad in Master Mode, right? But I do feel like the others probably have more to offer in Master Mode in comparison to Fini. Maybe you can argue, well, yeah, Fini would be better than them in Gauntlet. Maybe, but like the other three are also really good in Gauntlet too. And again, you know, nothing against her. She's a really good unit. It's just like, if you really wanna pin it down, right? The others probably have a bit more to offer rather than being a bit more one-dimensional. She's not even like really that one-dimensional, but yeah, just in comparison, right? Just because the others just really do a lot. But yeah, she's fine. Next up, as much as I would like to have Hau number one, but no. I in jest. But he deserves it, man. for having like that unit as his like only unit for such a long time. But yeah, no. Next one probably be Hau, and he's great. We've talked about him already, you know, quite a bit today in his video. We'll obviously check him out later tonight as well. So pretty much said all I, had to say on Hau. Although there is one thing that I did get Runner to do the calcs on his Dazzling Gleam, and it's not bad for Dazzling Gleam, but like overall it's still not like anything crazy. I believe it's like 700k or whatever, which, you know, that's not really, you know, anything crazy nowadays anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, his Dazzling Gleam DPS is definitely not very good. So I do retract that, unfortunately. But again, his fairy thing is just secondary, right? His fairy thing is secondary. It's there, it exists, it can be helpful, but it's not great. Obviously, the big thing for Hau is his electric stuff, which is very good, very good. His fairy stuff, it's alright, but it's obviously not as good as his electric stuff. So As for the last two, I don't know. You could go with either. But we did decide on Acerola, right? And then Lana. Both these two are fantastic units. Just like, yeah. They're great, man. So I guess we'll just talk about Lana first. I mean, one-on-one, Lana's damage isn't as good as Hau's. She definitely has the edge when she's actually facing AoE, right? Since she doesn't have the debuff on her AoE move, which is nice, right? But yeah, Hau's damage one-on-one is better, right? Hau's damage one-on-one is better, but Lana just has this is like ridiculous stuff, man. The physical and special move, both of them, which is kind of crazy because like if they didn't do this, if they didn't give like both physical and special move up next, then if it's just like physical move up next, then Lana would be a lot worse off, right? A lot worse off because some of the best psychic type damage dealers, they are all special, right? So there's that, but they gave her both physical and special, so that's like the big thing that really makes her like kind of crazy, right? And yeah, she just has a lot of just crazy teammates you could pair her up with. A lot of really amazing teams that you could run her with. Like, yeah, especially since with Psychic type, the one thing Psychic type has over almost every other type is, usually what people run is dual DPS and one support, right? / tank. Psychic has triple DPS because their DPSs or their tanks could all go crazy DPS as well, right? Which is nuts. Legitimately, like if you're on like Bead here, right? In Psych terrain, champion Bead, obviously. Like I'm pretty sure that damage could be like higher than like I don't even know what's a good comparison, like Singsu Hau's Dazzling Gleam. Is that a good comparison? I don't even know. Oh, never mind. I just saw like a Ropel post, the guy who runs Game Press Ball Mouse section, post that like with those two on the same team, it you're hitting almost like 1 million damage on Champion Bead, which is unbelievable stuff, right? The amount of physical and special move up next, these two units would give for whichever damage dealer you're running it with, be it Singsu Luzamine, Deoxys, Leer, Annie May, Mewtwo, on and on and on and on and on and on, right? Like these are just incredible teams that you could build with units like her, right? And she's just you got everything you need, man. Everything you really need. You have infinite psychic terrain. You got psychic terrain on entry, you got psychic terrain on your regular moves, you got psychic terrain on sync too, and then you got extension for that. It's just ridiculous stuff, man. Ridiculous stuff that you could do. Like just the like teams that you could potentially just make incredibly powerful teams. Like her on herself, right? I don't think is like she's still great in of itself, but it's because of the situations that you could put her, right? The units that you could just help with her, right? The stuff that you could surround her with is a huge part, right? Because again, like team, it's a team game, right? And team factors a lot into like how good a unit could be at the moment. So yeah. As for Bulu, oh my god, Bulu's great too, man. Like first of all, grassy terrain and sun, that's a like really good too. Like the thing with like units like Koko, and as much as I don't want to say this because I'm very happy for Hollow, right? Like with Koko and Fini, they both have like this one's like rain and fairy zone, and then the other one's electric rain and fairy zone. Those don't go together that well. Grassy terrain and sunny day go together very well. The amount of units in the game that could utilize both grassy terrain and sunny day, right? Incredible amount of units. Silver, Groudon, right? Solar Beam Groudon, Singsuit Erica, Brendan, like on and on and on. The amount of units that use both grassy terrain and sunny day, and he gets both of them. It's really amazing stuff from Tapu Bulu over here. Kind of unbelievable, and just overall really, really good, right? I mean, you get, guaranteed 3 physical move up next over here from his B sword stance on top of maxing out your team's physical attack, and then on top of that, right, you can also max out your team's crit, defenses, some speed too, and sun, and then on top of that, plus 3 physical move up next. You can also still keep on getting more physical move up next when there's, terrain, weather, or zone that gets activated. So the amount of physical move up next you get from this guy is crazy. And again, a lot of those big grass damage dealers are all physical, right? All the big ones are physical. Yeah. Yeah, no, he is something else, man. This unit's something else. And then again, you get all these debuffs and stuff, right? Tripping strike, on bullet seed, right? The recharging strike. Well, that's not a debuff, but punishing strike, and then all this extra stuff that you could get off of these bullet seed, which also gets no quarter, by the way, right? So, yeah, wow, it's a great unit, man. This guy is unbelievable stuff. Yeah, wow. Anyways, no, he's insane once he drops it. Can't wait for this one, man. But yeah, anyways, that's me with this one, I guess. So I hope y'all enjoyed, guys. Think in the comments below. Enjoy the videos from our channel for some more Poem Masters content. Again, I really think you go a lot of different ways with these. They're all just really good. Yeah, it's good month of units, man. Good month of units. Even though none of them are Master Fairs, but like you could easily argue that a lot of them are better than at least some Master Fairs out there, right? So yeah, have fun, folks, and like, subscribe, all the stuff. We'll be pulling for Tapu Koko later today, and I'll see you guys in the next one then.